Nippon Hoso Podcast Station.
Today's phrase is 私達は最強なんだ which means we're the strongest. So the movie Jujutsu Kaisen episode 0, I watched it in theaters 16 times. 16. More, maybe more actually.
Anime English Club with Sally Amaki.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 13 of the Anime English Club. I'm your host, Sally Amaki. よろしくお願いします。We have another message from you guys. Thank you. ラジオネーム、左のまぶたさんからいただきました。ありがとうございます。Amakiさん、こんにちは。こんにちは。毎週楽しく聞いています。ありがとうございます。Thank you. 前から疑問に思っていたことがあります。日本のバトル系アニメでは必殺技や魔法の名前によく英語が使われますねよね。普段の会話が日本語ならばこれらのカタカナ言葉が技や魔法の名前だとすぐわかりますが、英語圏の人からしたら普通の名詞や動詞だったりするのですぐには技の名前だとわからないのではないでしょうか。日本語から英語にする際にこのあたりどのように対応しているのか、よろしければ解説お願いいたします。でも言い方で必殺技ってわかりますけどね。なんか急にカタカナでなんかペトローナムとか言っても技なんだなってなんか言い方でわかるんですけど、なんか逆に日本の技名、シャリンガンとかのゴムゴムのパンチとかが最初どういう意味かは理解してないことが多いかもしれないです。それで言うとゴムゴムのパンチは英語版でもゴムゴムのなんですよね。なんかゴムっていうとエラスティックなんですけど、きっとゴムがエラスティックっていう意味を最初説明されないと分かってはいないと思うので、英語圏でゴムゴムのパンチって聞いている方々はそういう技名なんだなみたいな、本当その名の通りとしか捉えてなくて、後々きっと説明したらゴムってエラスティックって意味なんだ、なるほど、だから伸びてゴムゴムのパンチなんだねみたいなのは後付けで分かることは多いんですけど、最初から日本語で言われると分かんないことは多いです。はい。なのでね、必殺技も本当にニュアンスで理解してる風味に思ってるみたいな感じですね。カメハメハもカメハメハのままですし、結構まんまで使われてることが多いです。はい。なんですが、今週お話しするアニメは結構日本語版じゃなくって英語で必殺技を出す作品を紹介していきたいと思います。それではそろそろドメインエクスパンション領域展開の話をしましょう。Starting today, we'll be doing a 4-week special feature on Jujutsu Kaisen, a dark fantasy anime that's crazy popular around the world right now. Jujutsu Kaisen was created by Gege Akutami. The manga ran in Weekly Shonen Jump for 6.5 years, starting from 2018. The first season aired from 2020 to 2021, and the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0 became a massive hit. Season 2, covering the Hidden Inventory and Shibuya Incident arcs, aired in 2023 and created a huge buzz both domestically and internationally. Looking ahead, this year in 2025, a compilation film of the Hidden Inventory arc has been released in theaters, and the production of the Calling Game arc has also been confirmed. Yes. Hi. So the movie Jujutsu Kaisen episode 0, I watched it in theaters 16 times. 16. More, maybe more actually. It's because they have this 入場者特典. So you get a present every single time you go watch the movie in theaters, and they change the gift you get every, I think it's like 4 weeks or something. So I have to go get it. Like, it's new. So I have to go get it, and I watched it 16 times. Yes. I could basically say the lines word for word almost. Yeah. Like, I remember, like, it's engraved in my memory. Like, if I close my eyes, I could remember the movie literally starts from, like, the lights flashing like this, and then Okotsu being bullied, and she's like, no, stop, and then the bully is getting, like, beaten up by Rika-chan. That's where it starts. Yeah. It's engraved. I watched it 4D, too, so whenever Geto Suguru got punched, like my chair would be like, whoa. So yeah, I watched it in many different ways. So also this behind me is my favorite character, Geto Suguru. Hi, I call him Geto-sama. Sama honorifics in Japan is like the highest form of like honorifics you can use for somebody. So the the reason why I use Geto-sama is because once he goes to the dark side, I don't think he goes to the dark side, but apparently people think he went to the dark side. I just think it's his way of living, and I support it all the way. So I don't think it's very dark, but I don't know, people think he's the bad guy. But whenever he went to the quote-unquote bad side, people on his side call him Geto-sama because like they think very highly of him, and he becomes a cult leader as well. So people call him Geto-sama. So I'm so used to calling him Geto-sama. So whenever I explain this character to people who haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, I keep saying the word like Geto-sama, Geto-sama. They're like what? Why are you saying sama to a character? I'm like, oh, I forgot it's not normal to do that. Like, it's so natural for me now because I've been saying Geto-sama for like 3 years now. But apparently it's not that, common to put sama next to a character. You can, though, if you think highly of them. I think very highly of them. Also, perks of being an idol. You see this acrylic stand? I also have my very own acrylic stand of myself. So, do you see the size? It's a perfect size. I'm pretty sure his height would be like up here, but very small details. Whenever I make acrylic stands for my group as well, I make sure that I do a pose that would look good next to whatever acrylic stand I have of Geto Suguru. So, yes, we are a couple. Thank you. All right, enough of me. I'm gonna put Geto right here now. He will be watching over us. Thank you. All right. Oh, I haven't even explained the story yet. Whoops. Sorry. Let me get to explaining the story. Sorry. The story follows Yuji Itadori, a high school student who becomes involved in the world of Jujutsu sorcery after swallowing a cursed finger belonging to the powerful curse Ryomen Sukuna. Now hosting this dangerous curse within his body, Yuji joins Tokyo Jujutsu High to learn how to control his newfound powers while working alongside other students to exorcise curses and protect humanity. Hi. Usually, whenever a person swallows a curse that's this powerful, they usually die. But Yuji was able to control it. So the teacher, Gojo Satoru, when he saw Yuji, was like, wait, you might be the perfect person, for this job. And so he got scouted to be in Jujutsu High, which I haven't gotten my scout yet, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get into Jujutsu High School. Hi. But before we get on to the main phase, we should probably quickly discuss Jujutsu Shi, because it's a very significant part of the anime. Do not fear. Japanese people also do not understand a lot of the words that come out in this anime as well. So I'm going to try to explain it. If you don't understand, that's fine. You can just get the gist of it. All right. So Jujutsu is cursed technique, and Jujutsu Shi is usually translated as sorcerer. And sorcerer is pretty close to Jujutsu Shi, but it doesn't have the association with curses that the Japanese does, which is why Jujutsu sorcerers are used. Like, you need to specify that there are sorcerers for Jujutsu. Hi. Sorcerer, magician, なんか魔法使いとか、なんか魔術師. So somebody who can control powers means sorcerer.
Like Harry Potter?
Yeah, like Harry Potter is also a sorcerer as well. But there's just like so many different genres of sorcerers. So in this case, they have to specify that they are a Jujutsu sorcerer. So Jujutsu Shi. Hi. So in Japanese, when you put Shi, that means like it's somebody who does this thing. So Jujutsu Shi is somebody who controls curses. Hi. Sorcerer. Yeah. 呪術師です。Sorcerer. Yes. So somebody who can use 呪術。はい。です。Or cursed spirits. はい。So 呪術 means magic. And apparently to Google it means magic. So 呪術。呪いの術. So cursed technique. Yeah. Jujutsu is cursed technique. Sorcerer is somebody who can, who has the power, like a magician or, like a magician, right? Like somebody who can use it. Curse means noroi. Noroi means curse. Hi. And Jure is cursed spirits. Jure comes out a lot in Jujutsu. The whole entire story revolves around the Jujutsushis trying to fight the Jures, Hi. と呪力 cursed energy. So a lot of these curses, they have different ranks, and so the cursed energy that they feel, the jujutsushis, the jujutsu sorcerers feel from these curses are very different. So jujutsushis also have rankings depending on how strong they are. So if you're not in like the strong rankings, you can't really go fight the cursed spirits that have a strong cursed energy because you're not good enough for that yet and you will die. So yeah, that's why the schools, I think Okotsu Yuta in episode 0, he's like ranked one of the like highest jujutsu sorcerers, ranking like next to like the best, like Gojo Satoru and stuff. So yeah, it's a very significant part of the story. Yes. So it's people who control people's cursed spirits. Also, jujutsushis, the sorcerers can't produce these curses. It's only humans that can produce it. Yeah. Very significant part of the story. Yeah. This is very significant. So yeah, keep that in mind while we go on with the episode. Hi. And finally, Jusoshi is the curse user. Hi. This. It's not that significant though. Curse user. Jusoshi. It's not very hard. Hi. So today we're specifically exploring a line that perfectly captures the tragedy of broken friendship and changing dynamics, focusing on the relationship between Gojo Satoru and Geto Suguru during their high school years. I need a moment, honestly, guys. I don't know how many times I've cried just thinking about Jujutsu Kaisen. All right, let's get into today's phrase. Today's phrase is 私たちは最強なんだ which means we're the strongest. Right. Very simple phrase, but it means so much. This comes from season 2, episode 3, or episode 27 throughout the whole series. This phrase is taken from episode 27 of the anime, which is part of the Hidden Inventory or Premature Death arc. During their time at Tokyo Jujutsu High, the characters Gojo, parentheses, who later becomes the strongest sorcerer, and Geto, who later becomes the worst curse user. I don't think he's the worst. I think he's the best, but anyway. They take on a mission to escort a girl named Riko Amanai. If they complete their mission, she will no longer be a human, so they give her the choice to continue or refuse, even though they will be going against orders. Geto tells her, "We're the strongest. Whatever choice you make, Riko-chan, we will guarantee your future." The use of "we" emphasizes Geto's confidence in Gojo and their teamwork, and the scene highlights the contrasting paths that both characters later go down. Hi. If you haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, spoiler alert, the second he says this, Riko dies. Yeah, she gets shot. Honestly, he's like, whatever choice you make, like, we'll protect you because we're the strongest. Bam! Whoa. It was literally so crazy. Like, reading the manga, it was crazy as well. But in the anime, the second she gets shot, the music stops and you can see Geto's face slowly change. Oh my gosh. It's too much for 2 high school students to carry on their backs. Like, we need a chiropractor here because their backs are, like, they're so strong, but they're carrying too much. Like, every episode, they need, like, 45 minutes of like chiropractic like massages. Honestly. Hi. I mean, so again, this week's phrase is very simple. 私達は最強なんだ. We're the strongest. 3 simple words, but it has so much meaning to it. All right. Well, strongest means 最強. But I mean, it could have been translated as we're the best, we're undefeatable. Yeah. It just means like, very positive things. But なんだろうな, it's not just strength-wise, like physical strength. I feel like they're very saikyo, or they're the strongest mentally as well, just because they know that they have so much power, and their technique as jujutsu sorcerers are really good. So yeah, their confidence as well brings out the strong mentality as well. So they're both strong mentally and physically. But the significance comes after this, okay? So they used to be strong together. Like Geto Suguru says, like, we're the strongest. They used to be strong together. But after this incident of Riko dying, Gojo Satoru becomes the strongest alone, which marks the downfall of Geto Suguru's mental state, okay? So, oh gosh, I don't know how to explain this without crying, guys. Can you imagine, like, you're best friends with somebody and you're like, we got this. Like, as long as we're together, everybody's good. Like, we as a team are the best. But suddenly, your partner becomes like stronger than you, and like he becomes undefeatable, and you're over here like, yeah, you're still strong, but like you can't really do anything alone, and you see your peers die. Like Geto Suguru saw his kohai, or his underclassman Haibara, die as well, and he's just like watching his dead body, and like he couldn't do anything. And Nanami, who is also his underclassman, is like, why won't we just like let Gojo Satoru take care of everything? Like, he's the strongest. Like, why are we over here like, watching our peers die? I feel like that part also broke Geto Suguru as well, because he used to be as relevant as Gojo Satoru in this Jujutsu world as well, but now people are like, Gojo's the strongest, like, why are we even trying? And Geto's, I feel like he kind of has this like sense of not belonging anywhere anymore. But he couldn't even say anything to Gojo Satoru. Like, if he had somebody he can talk to, maybe he would have been saved. But no, he didn't have anybody. He kept it all to himself. So he slowly kind of broke, and he fell to the dark side. Like I said when I was explaining the anime, the sorcerers don't produce cursed energy. It's only the humans. So Geto Suguru, he's kind of debating whether he should continue saving humans, when humans are the main source of cursed energy in the first place. So he's like, why don't we just kill off all human beings and just make a world full of jujutsu sorcerers? Then, no curses would even be produced. None of my peers would die. All my friends would be happy. Like, why are we trying to help these humans who are basically like killing us in the first place? And yeah, he falls to the dark side. So in episode 0, the whole entire the movie episode 0, the whole entire story revolves around Geto Suguru trying to, kill off humans, trying to get the strongest curses so that he can finally kill humans. And yeah, I support it. I would support it. Nobody else around him, like his high school mates, supported him, but I support it. I feel like Nanami kind of supported it as well. He was like, I understand where he's coming from, So, yeah, he's not a bad guy. If you haven't watched the anime, he may seem like a bad guy, but he is not a bad guy. Yes. So this phrase, we're the strongest, slowly changes into Gojo Satoru is the strongest, and that broke Geto Suguru, which also broke me. Hi. Should we go to the pronunciation now? I'm sorry, is this episode getting too long? Hi. So this week's phrase is 私たちは最強なんだ. In English, we're the strongest. One more time. We're the strongest. Are we though? We're the strongest, yeah. My bond to him is great, but yes. I guess strongest isn't, it's okay to pronounce we are. We're the strongest. We're the strongest. We are. It's a short term for we are, but we're. Am I even saying it right? Oh my gosh, we're the strongest. We're. I guess you can try saying the word weird. Is weird hard as well? Weird. You can't say it. Okay, so I guess it is hard. Weird. Pretend you're an ambulance or a police car. We're. Oh yeah. So pretend you're an ambulance and be like, or a police car, and be like, we're the strongest. Yes. Also, not just pronunciation, but depending on where you put the emphasis on, the context kind of changes. For instance, like, we're the strongest would focus on us, like, yeah, we're the strongest. But if you put emphasis on strongest, like, we're the strongest, it kind of puts emphasis on, like, the strength that you have. So, English, really, the context changes depending on where you put the emphasis. But in this anime, Geto Suguru kind of says it without any emphasis on anything, like, we're the strongest, which kind of, I don't know, kind of makes it the best way to say this line. Just because I feel like if you put emphasis on something, it makes you sound more emotional towards that word. So it makes it sound like you need to prove something to somebody, like, we're the strongest, like, make sure you know that, or like, we're the strongest, like, yeah, I have power, watch out. But if you don't put emphasis on anything, and if you say something as if it's, just like an everyday thing, like, oh yeah, we're the strongest, like, then business is about to go down, like, damn, he's strong. So yeah, I feel like in this case, that's why Geto Suguru was like, we're the strongest. Like, yeah, it's no biggie. It is a biggie to me, though.
アニメイングリッシュクラブリスサリーアマキ
Cultural context. There is a significance behind Gojo Satoru and Geto Suguru's name. Hi. It's something that the fans came up with. Very delusional fans came up with, but I think it's true. So we will talk about it in the next episode. But yeah, cultural context, if we talk about it a little bit. So they are the strongest in the whole entire, like, high school, and, like, they're even stronger than the teachers even. Like, I feel like we talked about, like, honorifics and joge kanke, like, the importance of age in Japan. So usually in like, Japanese schools, if you're older, if you're younger, you would use keigo to a lot of people. But because they're so strong, and keigo comes from respect, Gojo Satoru and Geto Suguru are so strong, they barely have respect to anybody else, the weaker people. So whenever they're fighting, bad guys, and even if they're older than them, they would be talking in casual, like, tameguchi. They would be talking in a casual way, and that kind of shows that they have no respect for these bad guys, and they know they're better than them. And so that kind of holds a very significant cultural aspect as well. If you take a look at those tiny details, it kind of makes the anime a lot more fun to watch. So please support my my person, Geto Suguru, people say he's a bad guy. I do not think so. I think he has a good reason for what he does. Yeah, if I was a Jujutsu sorcerer, I'd be like, yeah, I feel you. We should kill off everybody who's producing these curses. Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, I stand with him. And that's it for this episode of the Anime English Club. Next episode, we will be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen again. And we will be talking about Geto Suguru again because I chose a phrase that kind of shows his personality and his way of living. I think it's not a very popular phrase, but to me, I feel like it kind of, I don't know, it holds a very significant moment in the anime. It's kind of a place where he changes, so please stay tuned and watch. We at the Anime English Club want to hear from you. Which anime do you want me to talk about? I mean, you guys give me a lot of recommendations in the comments, but we want more. So if there are any animes or scenes or phrases you want me to talk about, or just general English like grammar questions you guys want me to talk about, please email us at aec@1242.com. That's aec@1242.com. You can email me in either Japanese or English. We also have a YouTube channel. Please support it by liking and subscribing. We have subtitles both in English and Japanese, so it is perfect for studying. Go to youtube.com/anime-english-club or just search Anime English Club. And we now have subtitles on our podcast as well on Apple or Spotify. It is a transcripted version of this podcast, so if you want to follow around word for word what I'm saying. Oh, this is terrible because now we have digital receipts of what I'm saying. Damn, I can't say anything wrong. Okay, oof. Yeah. But yeah, you guys have digital receipts of what I'm saying every week. You know, if you're actually serious about learning English, it's very important to follow along what I'm saying as well. So please check that out as well. The Japanese version isn't there yet, but yeah, it's just the English version, but on the YouTube there is a Japanese subtitle version as well. So please check it out. And thank you so much for staying with me until this point. Are you guys still here? Did I leave you guys somewhere? Maybe I fangirled about Geto Suguru a bit too much. But anyway, I will be doing it again next week. So see you there. Mata ne!
From the Nippon Hoso Podcast Station, this is the Anime English Club, hosted by me, Sally Amaki. This episode was directed by Kensuke Yoshida and was produced by Shiori Tanaka of Nippon Broadcasting System, Japan.